Thanks for the chair. I'm really excited to do I just hold a perma slot for a minute? Oh.
Yes.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. Well, I'm going to make this official. Make it official. Toronto! A big Canadian welcome to Mr. Jensen and Jared Padalecki. Go get him, boys.
Hi, guys and gals. I'm sorry. Y'all didn't understand that. Hello, A. I did the A.
Bonjour, eh? Know your audience, Jared. Know your audience.
Dang it.
How you doing, big fella?
Good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm a little stuffed.
Little stuff?
Yeah. I ate Rob's lunch and my lunch.
Is that why you unbuttoned everything?
I did, yeah. I gotta
Including your pants?
I gotta let it breathe a little bit. My stomach.
I hope.
I got a full cackle from one up here on the front.
A full what?
Cackle.
Cackle. Got it. The Ackles
Thanks for
cackle. The Ackles cackles.
I'll give you a little, I'll take care of you. Oh, come on! She knows what I mean.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoy the weekend? That's actually what I said. First off, happy Thanksgiving, Canadian. Thank you for spending it with us.
And sorry for spending it with us.
Sorry.
Do you guys do the turkey and stuff today? Is that today or is that tomorrow? It's tomorrow. It's today? Y'all need to figure that out.
Can we
Some do it today, some do it tomorrow.
Can we come over? Who is the best turkey?
Yeah, I don't care about that. Who's got the best pie? I mean, you kind of lobbed that one up there. Just throwing me softballs here. All right, well, we can pretty much sit here and annoy you all day, but we're going to get to some of your questions.
So continue.
It's just continue annoyance. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm so nervous. I'm Shania.
That's a weird name.
Shania?
So nervous. It's nice to meet you. This is Jensen.
It is a weird name. It's
I'm
very
Jared.
long.
So it's German.
It's a very long name.
It's so nerveux.
So nervous. That's France.
Richard was talking earlier about his experience directing you. So I was wondering what it's like from your side to be directed by...
Do we have time to unpack that?
Do we sell them out or do we sing his praises?
I mean,
Sell them out.
Sell
Sell them
them
out.
let me sell them out.
Spate is a very, very, very talented actor, a very, very, very intelligent person, a very, very, very talented director.
Where is this going?
He's not super fast.
Digging deep. Yeah.
Did you say that's what he said or that's what she said? I don't want to know.
That wasn't me. It wasn't you.
We have a. Did it get posted? Did the picture get posted on Instagram or something? The tape we had put on his trailer door.
Yeah. Yes.
So the funniest thing I've ever done is name him Spate Team Takes, because we're like, Spate, dude, been doing this for a while, and so we're like, Spate Team Takes Spate.
I had a thought, now I forgot it. Dang it.
Crystal meth is a hell of a drug.
Thanks. She's like, crystal meth is a hell of a drug. Oh, I know what it was. So yes, he does like to shoot and cover his butt.
Too much.
In regards to like the editing process. So a lot of times, directors that kind of come at it from an editing standpoint, they'll shoot a lot of stuff, and even some stuff that they may not need. But it gives them more material to play with, more toys to play with when they get into the editing booth. Spate had a page-and-a-half scene to shoot.
Tell me about it.
A page and a half, right?
So if you were to
how much would that be on film?
So it's like a 40-page. If it's basically a page per minute.
So it's about a minute and a half.
42 pages per script.
Yeah.
So a minute and a half.
So a page and a half is roughly about 90,
like 3
90
hours,
seconds.
Yeah. 3 hours of filming. Yeah.
And about 3 hours of filming. But the actual, what it takes, how many minutes you are recording. So you've got, you would have Jared's coverage, maybe a couple of takes of that. Then you would move in, do a close-up, a couple more takes of that. Then you turn around, you do...
Wait, are you directing me?
No, I'm not going to direct you.
Oh, no.
A minute and a half is all we needed. Spade shot 90 minutes on that one scene. 90 minutes
of coverage
of film.
Of film.
Yeah. It took us
6 hours?
like 6-7 hours. And I'm like, what is happening?
He loves directing.
I think he loves editing more because he's giving himself so much. But anyway, look, I love the guy. He's a dear, dear friend, part of the family.
And a very talented.
Very proud of him. He does really good work.
But hurry up, Spade.
But hurry up, man.
Hurry up, wherever you are. Jeez.
So we're working on him. We've got him for a couple more episodes, and it's a learning process, and we also just have to beat it out of him. Jared's getting really good at that. As soon as he walks on set, like the first, without even blocking, he's like, "Well, we're already behind schedule. Yep. All right, here we go, Spade. How many angles do we need? Do we not need this time that we're going to shoot?"
It's my specialty.
And then this is Spade's reaction every time. Okay.
It's like he's robbing her.
That's him dealing with Jared. It's good to have him on board. He's doing all right. We'll keep him in line.
My question is for both of you. If you could be in a TV show or a movie with any actor or actress or cartoon character, what would it be in Ninja Turtles count?
Ninja Turtles don't count?
No, they count.
They count? If I could do anything or could have been a part of anything other than Supernatural or Gilmore, I suppose, Thanks, Mom. I would have loved to have been on Simpsons.
Does it have to be cartoon? Is that what other cartoon would we want to be a part of? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Still
you
on.
can be part of a cartoon.
You can still be on it.
Thundercats. Thundercats.
What would you like to see us on?
Half the audience is like, what is that?
They can suck it.
Thundercats.
Even I know what that is.
I don't know anything.
Oh, come on now. You can't ask the question and not have an answer. What do you want to see Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles on TV? Rodney Dangerfield. Charlie's Angel.
I think she said Charlie Daniels.
Jack. Yeah, just sing like
What'd she say?
I don't know. Wow. Getting hot in here.
I'm gonna forget I didn't hear that, wherever you are. Thank you. I'm gonna stop. What? I'm gonna stop.
Hey. This way. Hi.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marley. I'm 14 years old and I'm just starting high school. I was wondering if you could give me any advice on the boys that I'm meeting.
They're all awful. So between Jensen and me, we have 3 young, beautiful daughters. None as old and beautiful as you are yet. But I would say just stay away. Because high school boys are very strange and can't control themselves and are a little rambunctious. So be you. What's your name, Haley?
Marley.
Marley. Awesome. Marley, focus on what makes you happy. What's your favorite subject? Are you in art or drama or singing or?
I really like math.
Woohoo!
Oh my God!
Fuck
I love you back.
Hey, Marley.
Hey, 2 against 1.
You know what? Here's a little advice. The popular boys, they're probably peaking right now. So go for the math nerd in the corner. Be friends with him. Because they tend to peak for the rest of their lives.
Thank you.
Mathleen, unite. Marley, you're my girl. All right? All right? You're my girl. Thank you, sweetie. Have fun.
It's funny is when you said you were like, what's your favorite subject? And you only named like art electives. And I was like, what if she likes science or math? And she's like, math. I was like, nailed it.
I just feel a kindred connection.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could maybe share with us one of your favorite childhood memories of your life.
You got one?
I got a bunch. Okay, so when I was maybe around 10, my family took a road trip to Florida, to Orlando, to go to Disney World. Orlando. And I have always been a bit of a strange guy. And as a kid, as a kid, I was pretty strange.
As a kid?
That was too easy. That was too easy.
Strange is beautiful. I love you, whoever you are.
That's right, Marley. Look for the strange ones. Not too strange, though. Because that gets weird.
This was, almost 30 years ago, long before the days of pagers or cell phones or GPS tracking or anything. And I've always been a wanderer. I just kind of walk off, and I walked off, and couldn't find my papa, my mom's dad, who was there with us. I couldn't find my brother, who was, I think, 11 or 12 at the time. And there was no way to get a hold of them, so I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on the monorail. So I may have been 8 years old. And for those of you who know 8-year-olds, that's not a good feeling to lose an 8-year-old, I'm sure. And so I ended up like la 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 la, riding the monorail, going to like Epcot Center and Universal Studios, and then finally, this is first thing in the morning, by the way, when the gates opened, and finally, I'm like, oh, the parks are closing down. I'm gonna go back to Disney World and see if I can find my family. At Disney World, which is really easy. So I went back, I couldn't find him. So I just left.
What did you do?
Where did you go? Did you grab a cab?
Uber
Back to
didn't exist.
Texas?
So I was like, well,
Crystal
I couldn't
meth is
find
a
him at
hell of a
Disney World.
drug.
The fireworks were over. So I started walking out, and my pawpaw was waiting by the exit, crying. He'd been crying all day. And he thought I'd been kidnapped, so he was waiting by the exit to see if somebody tried to walk out with me. And I was like, Pawpaw, hey! And he's bereft, he's a grandfather who thinks because I think my mom and my Mimi, my grandma, had gone to I don't know, we're supposed to meet him up or something. And so he felt responsible. He thought I'd been kidnapped. And so he had just been waiting at the entrance. Yeah. So I don't know if it's a funny story, but I'm alive. I'm alive.
This is tragic.
How old are your kids?
How old are your kids? I don't want to talk about it. Listen, I've injected them with GPS tracking devices, so I'm good. I know me, and I know I know half of their blood, so I'm on them. I can track them right now.
I'll give you a quick one. I was playing. My brother and I were in the not the front yard, but the side yard where we grew up.
How many yards did you have?
It was like a shared yard between the house next to us, but that's where we always would play.
Did you hear about the two houses that fell in love?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They had a long distance relationship. My bad.
No.
Norton, that was
Nope.
great.
Tell mine.
Anywho, my brother and I were playing some game that was like soccer, but not. We kind of made up our own rules, made up our own games and stuff. But there was this one little tree in the center of this yard, and he kicked the ball, and it went past me, and it was going to go into the goal, and he was going to score, but it bounced off this tree. And so, stupidly, I ran up, and I was, maybe like 8 or 9 or something like that. I ran up and I hugged the tree. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I pulled my hand out, and there were 4 yellow jackets sitting on my hand. And I looked at them, and it was like time slowed, and I think they all 4 looked up at me and just went, and they stung me, all 4 of them, on each of a finger.
They hurt bad. They hurt bad.
And I was like, ah! And so I went running to the front door to our house to run in and grab my mom, and I was hurt. And my dad had just installed, so there was the front door, but then there's those glass doors, it's like a screen door, but it's glass. So the door was open, but the glass screen door that was just installed was not open. Wham! Laid me out. And the entire time my brother's going,
Hey, took your mind off the yellow jacket.
sure did. I can tell you a question I'm surprised I haven't heard this weekend. And that is, what's up with Jake Abel being on set? Because that's been a question we've gotten a lot for a long time, is whatever happened to Adam? And obviously that might be getting dealt with. Misha already told you?
Finally.
I mean, what's up with that guy?
Yeah, I agree.
So, anyway, that's one quick, but I don't know, we've been asked a lot of questions over the last 14 and a half years. If not by fans, then by reporters, and if not by reporters and fans, then friends and family. I mean, I still get the weekly report call from my parents after they watched the episode. And then I realized, I was like, oh yeah, I guess we started back up, because Thursday night I got a call.
Hey, did y'all hear, speaking of funny texts from parents, did Spade tell you about the text that his dad and mom sent?
No.
So Richard texts me, I don't know, yesterday or 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and it's like, and he takes a screen capture of his cell phone, and it's like, Dad, Spade, hey, did you get a tattoo? And Spade's like, no, why are you asking? Like, well, we just saw something on the interwebs or whatever. That it was a picture of you and Jensen and the guy from Walking Dead. And Richard was like, Dad, that's not me. That's Jared Padalecki. And so then his mom.
No, it was his mom that said it. It was like, no, Richard. Your dad is actually referring to Jared. He thinks Jared is you.
So then Spade sent something like, yes, it's amazing. So then Spade sends back to his mom and dad like, do you not remember what I look like? And he's screen capturing this and sending it to me laughing. And I was like, oh dude, you gotta send them pictures of me and be like, Dad, I'm still the same guy. And so I sent a picture of like Sam Winchester on TV Guide.
Was there a picture of like you and Frank, or you and Steve?
No. It was, so I sent him a picture first of
Jared, stop it. I think it's Morton.
Don't risk it. So I sent Spade a picture. I sent Spade a picture of me on the cover of TV Guide, and I was like, dude, you gotta write, Dad, I was just on the cover of TV Guide. Surely you remember what I look like. And so he sent that, and then I had a picture of me and Shep from ACL or something. And I was like, Dad, this is me with Fletch. Surely you at least remember him, right? And so he's sending these pictures of me and my kids to his parents. And his mom is like, you're being mean. You're confusing your father. Stop it.
I just love that it's the text message between all three of them, and it's like Spade is dad, Spade is dad, dad, Spade, dad, mom. So she only chimes in when it's absolutely necessary.
The moderator. Also, 3 or 4 years ago, when Frank, one of his kids, was at a con in the green room, they were on the way home, and he's like, hey, Frank, this is Richard. Frank, you have a good time? He's like, yeah. He's like, what'd you like? He's like, well, I like throwing the football with that guy that looks like you. I won't lie. And Spade's like,
What?
The guy that looks like me.
Rob?
Yeah. He's like, what do you mean the guy that looks like me? And Frank's like, you know, the guy, and y'all look the same, and we were playing football. It's in Chicago. And Spade's like, oh, wait a second. And he pulls his phone out, and we had taken a group photo of all the con guests. And Frank pointed to me. He's like, yeah, him. And so it's something about the Spade men cannot differentiate between Richard Spade and Jared Padalecki.
When a light bulb has gone off in my head, it really makes sense.
And
That is the question.
I've never been so depressed.
That is a question that he never thought he would get asked is, are you surprised people confuse you and Richard Spade?
Excellent, thank you.
There you go.
Hi, my name is Sarah. What I was wondering is, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when someone says the word supernatural to you, what do you think is going to come to mind?
I mean, I want to preface this by saying, me personally, I don't know about Ackles, but anytime the words super or natural come up in the last 15 years, I'm the annoying guy when someone's like, man, that was a super game. I'll be like, a supernatural game? Or when someone's like, I prefer my clothing and ingredients to be more natural, I'm like, supernatural? I'm really the annoying.
Hey Jared, where are you going to go for lunch? You want to go to Super Salads?
I would like supernatural salads. I've become that guy, so I hope to remain that guy. I mean, it's my natural instinct.
Is it your supernatural
Don't
instinct?
say it.
My supernatural.
One is enough. What's going to come to mind is it'll be a flood of things. It'll be this vision right here, you know, seeing you guys. It'll be the smell of the catering tent in the morning. It'll be the fun. It'll be the high fives that I share with my third AD every morning. It'll be our on-set carpenter coming up and telling me about his weekend. There's a lot of those kind of personal things. That's one of the reasons why I love what I do, and it'll be many of the things that I'll miss about when we're gone.